Welcome to Rotten and the Freeman Show. Mr. Rotten,
Yes.
how are you doing?
Doing pretty freaking good, man. I'm feeling good. Life is good.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm good, man. I did see that you went to, I saw everybody going to this festival online. I also had friends from Florida going. I had friends from Colorado going. I saw everybody going to Austin City Limits. And then I saw my pal, Eddie Rotten, posting pictures from Austin City Limits, man. I didn't know you were going, man.
It was amazing. We got tickets for my son several months back, and you got to get them further back because they're reasonable. But the closer and closer you get, those tickets climb pretty quick. And so we got some
300,
tickets.
700, 3,000. Yeah.
But it was fun. I think there's some people that were there that I didn't know were going to be there. So we went and we saw 30 Seconds to Mars and Tuvlo was there, but we didn't get to see we got to hear her. I saw her on stage, but it was so hard to get. The mass of people that were there is unbelievable. And then we saw Foo Fighters, and it was great, man.
I've never seen none of them.
It was so good. So some story on it. When 30 Seconds to Mars came out, what's the dude's name?
Jared Leto.
Leto.
I like their new stuff. People's been bashing their new stuff. I like their old stuff. Yeah, my wife used to watch My So-Called Life with Jared Leto was on it. The movie Panic Room. I don't know if you remember that movie. Him and Dwight Yoakam was the robbers breaking into the house with Jodie Foster.
He's great.
He was the Joker, dude. There's so many things.
So talented, dude.
Dallas Buyers Club, Academy Award, Grammys.
I'm so impressed by that dude. So he came out and basically jumped off the very tip top of the frame of the stage and like kind of bungeed down. It was the craziest thing. And he's up there singing. And then Matthew McConaughey got on stage with him, and they're like,
all right. How we doing, Austin, Texas, to the ATL? How about it for Mr. Jared Leto 30 Seconds to Mars one time?
Yeah, it was really cool. And then he invited all these people to come up on stage. I'll post this on Facebook. I'll put it on the show too.
My wife,
it was amazing.
Her hall pass, dude. There's a book right beside her bed over there called Green Light.
McConaughey, hey is her freebie.
She loves Matthew McConaughey. My son would come home with art projects of Matthew McConaughey drawings for his mom because he knew what his mom liked so much.
Oh my gosh!
And you saw Matthew McConaughey, man.
Yeah, he was right there, dude, and it's cool. But it's Austin, and that's what we moved to Austin for, to have that kind of magic experience and stuff. So he's here, and he's been here, and he goes to all these different festivals. But you saw somebody that was at the festival at the same concert that I was at when we went and saw Foo Fighters, and I didn't know he was there. You posted.
All right. Where you guys were posting pictures. Yes. I was texting you, and I know it is to be at a concert and just missed text, but right to your left, dude, was Corey Feldman. He was posting pictures right beside you where you were. And I was like, dude, the Lost Boys, Goonies, Stand By Me. Corey Feldman, he was in Gremlins. He's been in so much. License to Drive, all those.
Good old Corey Feldman.
And Corey Feldman's right to your left, man. But there were a lot of celebrities posting from the crowd that were there.
Just regular people, just regular fans.
Just regular fans of the music. But Corey Feldman, of all people, that's one interview I've always wanted to do because he was in Friday the 13th, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the crippled kid in the wheelchair. And Corey Feldman, dude. That would be a great interview. I'm a fan, man.
Yeah, I'm a big fan too. He said some stuff about Hollywood in the past that made them not like him too much, about the industry and pedophilia and stuff like that. But
he's Michael Jackson's best friend.
We were just to the right of him. He was right next to the sound stage. And that's where those photos were coming from. And we were about, I don't know, I could probably walk there as a crow flies, maybe 3 minutes away. But there were thousands of people in between us.
Yeah.
There was one moment where it was me and my wife and my son were standing there. And my son had to go to the bathroom. This is his first concert ever.
Right.
So we took him to ACL, man, to see Foo Fighters and 30 Seconds to Mars.
Man.
And so I said, babe, you got to stay put. And I'm going to go find the bathroom, and then we'll be back. And by the time he was done, and I saw this mass of people, the crowd, I was like, I don't know if we're gonna figure this out. And so we bartered our way through these people, and it was packed, dude, shoulder to shoulder.
Raise your hand.
Who knows if we're going to get sick in 3 weeks? It was amazing. But when we got back to our spot, there's a group of people that knew, because my wife talks to people. She's a good people person. She told everybody, hey, this is my son's first concert. Whenever we got back there, dude, there was an opening for him to stand and see the Foo Fighters. And it was awesome. Great. Yeah, they were so awesome. Nice. He got a little free bracelet, and everybody got out of the way so they could, so he could see the show a little bit better. It was an awesome night, man. We rode a freaking rickshaw, a train. It was an adventure. It was great.
Yeah. Well, I noticed a lot of people were riding a train to that show. You know, people were posting pictures. So you guys rode a train also?
Yeah, we drove the car down to like a train depot, like a small one. It's like a tram. I don't want to say train, but we got on, and it takes about 40 minutes to get into downtown Austin. We got off, and then got on a school bus, and they trolleyed us over to the event. It was great.
That's crazy, because I've got a friend, a good friend, Travis Carpenter. He was on the train, but Travis Carpenter was the zombie in The Walking Dead that had the screwdriver in the eye. When they got on the RV of season 2, Travis Carpenter, him and his partner were on the train going to the festival. He was one of the people that I saw that is, he used to live in Georgia, but now he's in Florida. But Travis is a good friend of all the Freemans. But yeah, he was the screwdriver in the eye zombie.
Yeah.
That he was Andrew got him in the RV. Yeah, he was there too with his friends.
Man, South by, the events that they do there, and then Austin City Limits, these are not small events. They are huge events, and everything's expensive. And it's a great time though, man. If you have the time to go to an event like that, you should totally go. Whenever we were watching Foo Fighters, Shania Twain was playing at the same time at the opposite stage.
Right.
And so you can't really battle audio because one is so big and the other one is so big. And there's only a mass of people in between. So there's not really much room to walk around. So they gate it all off for safety. People might need to get somewhere. So the whole time, Dave Grohl from Foo Fighters was talking smack on Shania Twain, saying she knows that we're like blowing it up over here, and everybody scream as loud as you can. It's hyping up everybody. Right. And then whenever they played Hero, she came on stage because her show had just ended. She got on a golf cart and had her security drive her over to the stage, and she got on stage with Dave Grohl and sang Hero.
That is awesome, man.
Yeah, it was cool, dude. It was really...
And that's one of them things, Rotten, that 10 years from now, you'll be seeing videos of this, because this is one of those one-off things to where you're like if you look up Foo Fighters, like you got the Kiss guy and all these special videos that they have with certain people.
Right.
You were there for the Shania Twain
Foo Fighters, amazing.
Dude. Because that'd be epic really forever, cool. Man. People would be watching them videos 20 years from now. Man, this is when Foo Fighters and Shania Twain. And it's neat to see iconic stuff like that.
I think 30 Seconds to Mars was starting their tour, if I'm not mistaken, or like the second or third part of their tour. But he did it big, dude. I didn't know that he was such a fantastic performer, but his voice was on point. Better than almost anybody I've ever heard sing. Maybe Prince. Man, he was amazing. And my wife is a huge fan now, bigger fan.
Yeah. Because even when he does the kill, I like watching live videos where he does the kill and it's talking about bury me.
He did it, dude. He's like belted it out.
Yeah.
And let everybody else sing too. Like put the microphone out for everybody to sing for him. It was
But
great.
when he sings, his voice is so distinctive, good, that it really stands out. And the crowd will sing, and then he'll sing.
Yeah.
Jared Leto, dude, that's more than just seeing a band, man. That's seeing that's a true iconic person, man.
He's an awarded, accomplished human being for acting and for singing. And for a moment, dude, this is the truth. I had to think if he was being auto-tuned or not, because he was nailing these notes, but you can't fake that kind of vibrato, and he was just killing it. So hats off to him. It was pretty cool.
I just want to tell you, man, when you take your kids to things like I've taken my children, even whenever they were younger, to Mardi Gras, right? We went to Fat Tuesday, and people were down on me for it. You shouldn't take your kid here. You shouldn't take your kid to Ozfest. You shouldn't, my kids have literally been on a nude beach before. So we took them Mardi Gras in New Orleans, and it was like the best memories ever. For you guys to take your kid out and let them see things in the world and to see the Foo Fighters. And I'm sure that they saw, a lot of booty and everything else there.
Man. There's a whole lot.
Exactly.
Awesome.
To get your kid out there and involved, and especially things like Austin City Limits for the LGBT community, and just overall, man. Like I took my kids to Pride last weekend, and we just had a blast, dude. Just supporting people, showing our kids the world, showing love, dude. Bravo to you, Mr. Rotten.
There's always going to be fans and supporters of a certain lifestyle, and then there's going to be the people that protest a certain lifestyle, but they're just as important as what I'm doing as somebody else is doing, because you can't have yin without the yang, salt without the pepper, good without the bad. It's all part of this human experience. And whenever we took my son there, it was eye-opening for him, and he bounced around like a Muppet the entire time.
Like
he bounced and bounced until about 12 o'clock at night, and he woke up at about 12 o'clock today too. So it was a great thing. And I'm happy that we did it, and we plan on doing it some more.
When we were at the Pride event last week, we went to several things.
Yeah.
I put a post out, and I think this should always be my sign off for Rotten and the Freeman Show, but I put out, I love you for who you are. So, just be you all the time. But man, it made me happy to see you and have little Rotten and Miss Rotten and all you guys out having a good little Rotten time, man, at Austin City Limits, man. Because Austin City Limits, I remember watching like back in the day, like Allison Krauss. It'd be like a little stage, and they would film and stuff. But it has grown to an empire, man. Austin City Limits.
Just the property alone that people, the number of famous musicians have come to just to play there. They might not even have a crowd, but just to bring a bongo or a guitar.
Yes.
People will come from all over the world just to be in that park and just to play, to say that they did it. Like they had a little drum circle for kids there, and it was amazing, dude, because these kids, they don't know the history that they have fallen into. That place is like sacred ground. I mean, Stevie Ray Vaughan, dude.
Yes.
So it was nice to see people on that kind of holy ground and enjoying and sharing the love. And there was a lot of love there, dude. I didn't see one fight. I didn't see one disagreement. All the pizza was good and greasy. The beer was even good. And so, I mean, the mixed drinks were kind of watered down, but that's to be expected.
But to see the Foo Fighters, man, that's such an iconic group. I never saw, I saw Pearl Jam back in the day. I finally got to see Rage Against the Machine. I've seen Tool in a little, 100-person club, but I've never seen the Foo Fighters. I've never seen Dave Grohl. I've seen the Chili Peppers and all these iconic people. And sometimes, I've got a lot of Foo Fighter stuff that I've purchased here, whether it be DVDs, the CDs and stuff like that. And sometimes I'm like, you know what? I've just had enough Foo Fighters, but I've never will have enough Foo Fighters. You know what I'm saying? Their music is just epic.
Every
and you
song.
Ask yourself, you can't compare Foo Fighters to Nirvana. They're two totally different beasts, but
true,
man, the Foo Fighters have become a global beast,
Yeah, and, they understand
which is bigger, which is smaller. You can't say he has rose the Foo Fighters to an empire, man.
Their new drummer, they have a new drummer, or maybe he was a fill-in.
And he was from Nine Inch Nails, I think.
Yes, he played with Nine Inch Nails, and he's good because they played some Nine Inch Nails. They played some Beastie Boys. They played some Nine Inch Nails. They played some Metallica. And dude, I mean, they understand the formula of rock and roll. They understand the formula of entertainment, how to make people happy and follow along. Because all of their songs are long quarter notes. They're big, long sing-along songs. Yeah. Epic vocals on every single song. So all the songs that they have are great and easy to sing along with. And we did. Most of it was just him sticking the mic out like Jared Leto. And everybody was just singing along.
The last time he played the Greensboro Coliseum here where I live, I think they went almost like 4 hours. Everybody was entertained, and everybody's like, they realize almost the price for your tickets, that they entertain you. The only band I've ever seen like that, I've seen a lot of bands in my time, and the one that went overboard was Green Day. Every time I've seen Green Day, like they play and they interact with the crowd, and he gives out a guitar and he brings people up. But it's straight 3 hours of just fun, man. And they play they play cover songs. It's cover songs that you like. And, I heard that the Foo Fighters are just the same, that they come to entertain you and nobody leaves unhappy.
So good. They're playing at a club here called Stubbs in a couple days.
Yeah, because I saw that they said we'll see you again next weekend, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So is that what it was? That they're playing a club or something?
Yeah, they're playing a club, a smaller venue, but it's Stubbs, and so all the heavy hitters, they go play there too after their big shows. And so
that's so
BB
awesome,
King
man.
has played, like, all the greats have played at Stubbs. Didn't you say that there was a festival near you that had like some drama happening?
Yeah, it was Blue Ridge Rock Fest.
Blue Ridge.
Yeah, Blue Ridge Rock Fest. And you ought to hashtag that in the notes. It was a 4-day festival. It was 200 bands. I mean, you're talking, it was like Limp Bizkit, and it was Slipknot played it. And
jeez,
last year, like Ice Cube was like the festival is so big, like Ice Cube was on the side stage,
dang,
type deals. And
did Ice Cube like that?
I mean, it's just that big of a fest. But I've always heard complaints of like you got to take a bus to the festival, and there's 4-hour waits and people missing half days and stuff like that. But this past year, on the first day, there were a lot of storms, and people had to park miles away from their car and be shuttled in. So when the storms came, people had nowhere to go. Yeah, and people were stuck in the storms. And there's all these videos, and the campgrounds got tore up. There was lack of water, but they ended up canceling I think it was Five Finger Death Punch or somebody the first night. They canceled that headliner, and then Slipknot played the second night, and then after that they just canceled the last 2 days. Said it was weather, but there was no rain or anything like that. Thousands and thousands of people got sent home 2 days early, and some people just had like Sunday tickets or a Saturday ticket, and Saturday and Sunday both were just canceled. And it was just like light sprinkles on Saturday and nothing on Sunday, and people can't figure out why. And they're not giving the money back, and they're still claiming that it's weather. And now there's all these people getting sick from the water because they had water in these water station containers, and evidently there was bacteria in there because people were seen putting their hair in there trying to cool off and stuff from the heat.
Oh my God!
So it's just Torres from Torres versus Zombies, I know, was there, and they got sent home early, but imagine going to a festival, you're paying all this money, and there were people flying there like from Sweden, people from California,
all over the
people
world,
from Japan,
probably.
all over the world coming to this because it was 200 bands. And then they can't even get the price of their ticket back, much less the $5,000 they spent to go to this festival. So if you look up Blue Ridge Rock Fest 2023, dude, it's never ending, the articles on this festival. And it's 30 minutes from me in Virginia, out in Virginia.
Big Brother's getting involved now?
Yeah, Big Brother's getting involved. The health people and the national this and national that. And I think it's going to be like a Fire Fest too, because it was such a flop. And they've already started selling tickets for next year. And they show all these 80,000 people money back.
Why don't they just give them that money back?
Man.
Yeah,
the venue where they're having it is saying, well, we were on their side for canceling it because of rain. But, there's even videos of the local news where the meteorologist is making videos, putting on YouTube saying, hey, man, there was no rain that day. There's no reason, for them canceling this. There's festivals and they have rain.
Yeah,
isn't a reason to cancel a festival.
So they still haven't defined why it was canceled.
They claimed that it was disastrous weather, but there was no disastrous weather. There was on the one night, but the other 3 nights it was nothing.
Wow,
so all you gotta do is Google Blue Ridge Rock Fest.
Wow, that is crazy. I mean, the water thing, that's a big deal. Whenever we showed up and we had Camelbacks, but you can't have anything inside it. You can't have any water. You have to use their water. And I was upset at that, but I can understand the security issues. People might be bringing straight vodka inside their Camelbacks, but that's humans messing up things for other humans. But if people are dipping their hair in, I wonder how the water got contaminated.
Yeah, and it's bad. And dude, there's even bands. It was so bad. Shinedown, the band Shinedown and Papa Roach showed up at the campground.
Yeah.
Because people were stranded, they had nowhere to go. They were coming traveling from all over,
stuck. Yeah.
But Shinedown and Papa Roach and a couple bands. The guy that we talked about, the Oliver Anthony guy, he showed up and played his song, but he showed up at the campground and they were entertaining people and apologizing and saying that they were sorry of what the festival had done to them and kind of gave them an acoustic show. Which, Shinedown's a pretty big band. But, I mean, there were so many bands that were sent home. I mean, like, Limp Bizkit was sent home.
Man.
Because where we live close, they were having sightings of some of these bands. But, like, Vanilla Ice, I've seen people post a picture of Vanilla Ice at the local McDonald's here. And, but all the bands showed up to play, but they canceled it, man. It's crazy. And I'm sure, I just wonder if the band still got paid. Yeah, because people was claiming, hey, we're going to get our money back. But I'm like, man, your money was long gone forever ago. That was part of the stage and the sound and the volunteers.
Kiss that money goodbye.
And then there's a lot of articles saying that there was 200 people that went on strike that worked for Blue Ridge Rock Fest. And that was one of the reasons why they had to cancel, because they wasn't taking care of their employees. And they all went on strike and left. 200 of them.
Man, strike is a big, heavy word these days. You hear the word strike now, and it's like, oh, man, Jesus is coming back.
And you ain't got to be a union to strike. People put their tools down.
Yeah.
That's bang for the buck right there.
Oh, fully. But all you got to do is mention it. If you mutter the word strike, then you got a whole bunch of people behind you. Let's do it. They don't even know what they're striking for.
Let's
strike something. Let's get some kind of movement going on here.
But Mr. Rotten, where can people find you, buddy?
Find me on X at Eddie Rotten. Find me on X also at Rotten Freeman. You can find me on Facebook, William Hauser, but look for Eddie Rotten. That's kind of where I want to steer all the traffic. And that's me. Where can people find you?
That's it. You can find me on X to the Z on I'm at Freeman Daddy 5, on Instagram at Freeman Daddy and just the number 5, and then on TikTok I'm Sean Freeman 47.
Yeah.
And then add me on Facebook, Sean Freeman, SHAWN FREEMAN. But on behalf of me and Mr. Rotten, we want to thank you guys for listening. Check us out everywhere, Spotify, YouTube.
Yes.
We're trying to get added to all the places. But thank you guys for every download. And share the love of Rotten and the Freeman Show. YouTube.com/Rotten Freeman. But on behalf of Mr. Rotten and myself, thank you guys for listening and watching. We love you guys.
Yeah.
I'll be in Orlando this weekend.
Woohoo.
Universal. Check me out.